Let me go to Dan. Dan also calling us from Virginia.
Hey.
Hey, Dan.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I started drawing Social Security at age 65.
Mm-hmm.
Someone told me that if I draw it and put it in the bank until I reach age 70, that I can then take it out, pay it back to Social Security, and they'll recalculate my monthly income at retirement age 70.
Mm-hmm.
Would you advise that?
Well, I would advise it if you still have that in the bank. Yes, I would advise you doing that. And that's fine. I think that's a good strategy to get more income. I think you ought to do that. I don't know that I would recommend people doing that because I don't trust the discipline of being able to, keep that in savings and save it. And when you think about it from a financial perspective, you haven't really accomplished anything because you're drawing money that you're not using, right? You're not using it. So obviously you don't need it. And then you're giving the money back to Social Security. So my question would be, it's okay to do that, and I would recommend you doing it, but I wouldn't recommend people starting out to do that because if you end up doing it in the long run, then you really didn't accomplish anything. You might as well have just waited anyway. So, but since you've done that already and you have that money, then yes, I would recommend doing it. If you're in good health and you're going to get more per month, I would recommend doing it.
Okay, if I draw it and put it in the bank and draw interest on it,
Right.
am I equal or worse off than I would be if I wait until age 70 with what do they go up every year, like 2.5%?
Yeah, I mean, it's somewhere around 30% increase per month if you wait till you're 70.
Okay.
So I would say that, your gain is going to be that, 0.15 interest rate that you're earning. So that's going to be a gain to you unless, and I don't know this, and it would be worth checking this out, when you pay Social Security back, do you have to pay them back with interest? Because remember, they would have a right to ask for interest because that money would have been sitting in their so-called treasury account earning interest that they've lost out on. So I would suspect, and I don't know the answer to this, but I would suspect that, what you would pay back may be a little more than you actually received in order to make up the difference for the interest that they've lost. So again, if that's the case, it goes back to there's really, it gets to the point where there is no point in doing that. You might as well just wait because there is no gain. Maybe not necessarily any loss, but there wouldn't be any gain. And I guess there could be loss if the interest rate that they require you paying back is more than what you received.